What's up guys, Mike Thurston here. Today's video is the arm session which I'm currently doing in my split. The split at the moment is push, pull, legs and arms. I've shown you the push and the pull, got the legs to come, this is the arms one. The arm session which I'm currently following is a little bit different to the kind of protocol I've been following. As you'll notice, the overall number of reps is much lower. The rest period is longer. There is no, supersets between the same muscle group, and there's also a greater number of sets involved in the lower rep range to generate the same amount of volume and stimulus to allow for a positive hypertrophy response to occur. So let's get started, shall we? So when it comes to performing the dips, I want to overload my triceps as much as possible, so I'm using a weighted belt. So I'm just placing a couple of plates in between that. I found that 30 kilo was a decent amount of weight. I'm not wanting to reach complete failure, but I want to be coming close to failure on the 5th and the 6th rep. So obviously, when doing this, you want to make sure that your form is tight. Your shoulders should not be elevating or depressing throughout. They should be fixed in place. I would actually consider keeping your shoulders depressed at all times. The only movement that should occur is at the elbow. One of the benefits of doing the preacher curls is that you're just completely fixed in place. Okay, so I've noticed when doing some strength work, whenever I use a barbell standing, I find that I'm swinging about a lot of the time. So the benefit of doing this, obviously, I'm fixed in place, there's no movement at the shoulders or the elbows, and I'm really trying to squeeze my biceps at the top of the movement. Now, one thing that's worth mentioning is which side you position yourself on the preacher bench. I've chosen to do it where the actual padding is vertical, so this basically allows me to reach the fully locked out position at the bottom and to go through a greater range of motion. Now, I notice a lot of people, when they come to the top of the preacher curl movement, they tend to rest, and I want to be able to keep as much tension as possible and squeeze the contraction as much as possible at the top of each rep. One thing I would say, if you are using the easy bar, especially with heavy weight, make sure that you use spring clips on either side, otherwise this will happen. So the next exercise is a flat, close grip, easy bar, skull crush supersetted with an upright dumbbell supinated curl with a twist. So when it comes to doing the easy bar skull crushes, you do want to be careful getting into position because obviously we are lifting heavy weights. We're aiming for about 6 to 7 reps on this one. You need to make sure that your form is tight. Elbows should not move whatsoever from their position, okay? Keeping my elbows pretty much close together. The closer your elbows are together, the more tricep recruitment you'll get. I'm ensuring that I am bringing the bar down to about my forehead. This allows me to get a decent range of motion, and I'm temporarily pausing at the top of the movement. Please do make sure that you don't rock your elbows backwards and forwards, otherwise it's going to engage other muscle groups. After we've done that, we're going to move on to a dumbbell supinated curl, but with a little twist, and I do mean a little twist, literally. What you're going to do is start off in a supinated position to get maximum bicep recruitment. As you move from the top of the movement down to the bottom of the movement, the goal is to eccentrically overload at the brachialis and the brachioradialis muscles. Okay, so you do want to do this in a controlled fashion. Once you get to the bottom, you should end up in the pronated position. You're going to rotate to the supinated position, curl back up, squeeze the biceps as much as possible without any rotation or momentum being created. The final superset in this routine is a supported, upright, overhead rope tricep extension. Quite a mouthful. Supersetted with lying cable bicep curls. Now, even though I'm increasing the rep range in this exercise, I still want to go heavy, okay? Now, the problem I have when doing the overhead rope extension without any support is that I feel as though I'm on an unstable surface and I'm kind of rocking a little bit. So it just so happens that this preacher bench is providing an excellent support for my torso. I am kneeling down slightly, but it allows me to stay in a fixed position and lift a pretty heavy weight. One thing you want to do when you do this exercise is, like I said before, try and keep your elbows together as much as possible, although they will flare out just a little bit. The key is to keep the ropes completely independent, so don't press your hands together because you will make the exercise easier for yourself. Keep them independent and keep it slow and controlled with your elbows fixed in position. The next exercise which I went into is the lying cable curl for the biceps. Again, I'm just lying on the floor just for added stability. It just ensures that I'm not going to be rocking backwards and forwards. Keeping my elbows fixed, and the same principles apply with all bicep curls. Trying to squeeze hard as I can at the top of the movement, not coming up too high so I lose the tension. I want to try and maintain the tension at the top, and then I'm pretty much locking out at the bottom. So there we go, that's the routine. Like I said before, it's a little bit different to what I'd usually do. I'm changing it up to really try and improve my strength both in the biceps and triceps, so that hopefully when it comes back to doing the higher rep work, I can actually do higher reps with a greater amount of weight. Therefore, I should see positive results and more gains. That is the theory behind it. I personally like to do higher rep work. It's just, I guess, I enjoy chasing the pump more, but it's something that's got to be done. You've got to strategically periodize your programming to go through these cycles of lower rep ranges and then higher rep ranges. There's no perfect rep range to follow. You know, people always think, oh, doing 3 sets of 10 is the way to get gains. It's not. You've got to mix it up from time to time, but you've got to do it appropriately and structure it within your program. One more video to come, and that is the leg day. Oh my God, I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be nasty. So that's to come next. Thank you for watching. Hope you learned a few things from this video. Either this button or this button here, click it and you can subscribe to my channel and make sure you get all the latest updates when I upload a video. Thanks for watching, see you guys soon.